in Singapore and US, almost the same. Okay, we have something like 99% of SMEs and employ about 60% of the people. So it's a very important component of the economy. And as shown here, not only for Singapore and the US, you can see for 81 countries, right? Small businesses has a big share. Now, the next thing is in terms of job creation too, small businesses is found to generate the most number of jobs, okay? Same with big businesses, but even more than small businesses. Okay? This is a survey done on 81 countries, okay, by the World Bank. Now, the interesting thing to note, in bad times like that, you'll find that the big businesses cut back the most, right? This was the experience in the 2008 financial crisis. The big businesses, employment-wise, they cut back a lot more than small businesses. Same with capital expenditure. Okay? Now I'm going to share with you how small businesses, even Vietnam, can compete in the world market. Okay? As underdogs, small businesses, how can you compete? Now this is quite a crowded chart. Now I'll just take you through very quickly. Right? CNN, when it first started, was very small. Okay? But they went on a 24-hour niche, okay? And they managed to conquer quite a bit of the market share in the media. Dell Computers, when it first started, IBM was a big giant, okay? They started direct selling, okay? And today, Dell is one of the major players. IBM is no more in the PC market. Nokia, when it first started, okay? It was never in the handphone business against Motorola, right? And yet, today, Nokia has overtaken. Of course, now Nokia has new challenges, right? Amazon started, okay, as an e-selling platform. And today it's outdone Borders. Borders is even gone bankrupt, okay? Subway, even the big McDonald's, right? Subway, in terms of number of restaurants, has overtaken McDonald's. Okay? And they concentrated on what they call the submarine sandwiches, salads, the healthy food. Now, even the Singapore Airlines, when it first started, was very small compared to Pan Am. Pan Am is already bankrupt. Okay, Singapore Airlines is still doing very well today. And the focus of Singapore Airlines was on customer service. Even if you look at industry-wise, the bicycle, the little bicycle, the humble bicycle, one may imagine that with the cars coming on board, bicycles would be obsoleted. No. You see still a lot of bicycles here in Vietnam. And the bicycle has transformed and innovated. Okay, they have become into mountain bikes, bikes for luxurious, for family, and so forth. Okay, it has transformed, and now we're talking about green, green environment. Bicycle becomes very popular. It's transformed. Now look at fountain pen. Okay, my time I still use a fountain pen. When ball pen sort of swept the whole market, but fountain pen is still there today because they focus on luxury segment. Okay, it's a prestige to carry a fountain pen. Although it's very cumbersome, you have to have ink and so forth. Yeah. And iTunes is another example. Okay, Apple came on, all right, and took on the whole music industry. In the past, you used to buy the whole DVD, CD, just to get one song that you want. Today, you don't need. Okay, you just download on the Apple iTunes. Now, the Japanese have shown us how they penetrated into US. They were very small in the US market 30 years ago, but they penetrated on the basis of using small cars against the big ones. And today, we are seeing the tablet, okay, in a very crowded field like notebook coming in a big way. So it is possible, right? And one thing is, you notice, all these guys, when they first started, they were very small. They took on the big boys, okay? And by now, I think you roughly have the gist of what I'm going to share with you. Okay? How the small companies, small businesses, underdogs can take on the bigger boys, okay? Now, and I'm very excited today, just to illustrate here. Radio took 38 years to hit 50 million people. Television, 13 years to reach the 50 million audience. Internet, for 5 years. Now, do you know how long Facebook took to hit 50 million audience? Today it's 800 million, I understand, right? 1 year. So, Facebook started as a small business, and today it is a big giant. So, it is possible for small businesses to overtake the big ones, especially in a market today like this. Okay, I'm going to share some of the strategies. First, how to identify those market niches is very important. Then next thing is what can you do to implement? And you must identify the trends. Okay? You must ride on the right trend. You buck up the wrong trend, no matter how good strategies you are, you're down. And third thing, how to get it implemented. Okay? And all these tools are available today to us. Follow? So small companies have the advantages. They are flexible, speedy, and accessible. Okay? And I'm going to share with you the story of David and Goliath. Okay, so this is a story that very popular with children. Okay, how a small guy can beat the big guys. Okay. Now, before I do that, let me just give you a simple test. Do you know which is the #1 brand in hamburger? Come on. #1 brand in hamburger. McDonald's. I went Africa, same answer. I was in Cambodia, same answer. #1 brand in soft drinks. Coke, right? In Africa, there's no McDonald's in Ghana. They say McDonald's. Yeah? Why? Marketing is the battling of the mindset. You've got to position yourself as #1, #2. Otherwise, you're #4, #5, #3, very hard to survive. Okay? Now what do you do? Small company, are you going to take head on McDonald's, Coke? No way. So the name of the game is you create another new category where you can be #1 and #2. That's why you notice some of the examples I gave you. Those guys did not take on the big boys head on. Okay? That's how Subway came on against McDonald's. Right? And a few years ago, when I gave this speech, a Singapore company, I told them, don't take on McDonald's, do hamburger for vegetarian. And it's making a lot of money now. I should have done it. Okay? So, very important to create that niche where you can be #1, especially in this very competitive market today. Now, I've got this simple chart to just explain to you. Many companies operate in self-for, internally driven. Okay, you probably have not heard some of these companies. So these were the pioneers. The Well, which was the first social media. Archie is the first search engine. You don't hear of them anymore. Okay, all right. They are internally. They are looking at their own internal problems. They are not outward looking. Okay. Now, next thing is you hear of companies which are competition driven. But I'm telling you today, being competition driven is not good enough. Now, the oil companies are very good at that, benchmarking. Okay, when you benchmark, Mobil benchmark against Shell, BP benchmark against Esso and so forth. Okay? But you're as good as a competitor. And a lot of SMEs, I'm afraid, are doing that also. What they do? Okay, they drop prices. They follow competitors. They follow the big boys. Right? So how are you going to fight against the big boys? They have all the resources to take you on. Okay? So that's not going to be a viable proposition. Customer driven. Now here it is. People are saying, well, I want a company with customer. Well, it's important, but it's not good enough to be #1, #2. The reason is this. Because nowadays customers are very, very demanding. Okay, you give them quality service, they want better quality service. I'm not saying you don't serve the customer well. And a lot of SMEs, they do that. What they do is, they're traders, they're distributors, a middleman representing big companies. Customer driven. But when you are in that business model, like in Singapore, a lot of SMEs are that middleman. The word M is a dirty word today. If you're middle management, you're middleman, okay, your position is in jeopardy. Because you can be replaced. It's easy for the manufacturers to go directly to the consumers. Okay, and that's the problem that a lot of companies in Singapore are facing now. They are traders, distributors, subcontractors, sub-manufacturers. Because the customers go direct to the principal. They want to maximize their margins, do away with middlemen. Okay, so the name of the game is what I call market-driven. And you see the players like Facebook, Google, Apple. Okay? Now basically let me explain the concept because different literature will explain differently. By marketing-driven, it means that you look at what the customers are now, the competition right now. But that's not good enough. You have to go beyond that. Many successful inventions are not founded looking at customers and competition. Look at the great jetliner. Okay? The founder did not look at the jetliner then because there was no such thing. Right? Even the personal computer, right? It was not there and then. Okay? Now I'm not asking you to suddenly do something different, but what I'm saying is look at what you have and you project that. Example CNN, which I mentioned just now. Why did Ted Turner become so successful? When he started 24 hours new category, all right, the NBC, the BBC were laughing at him. It's not going to work. But he found a niche because they're busy executives. Okay, busy executives who don't have time to read newspapers and so forth. They come out late at night, so they can turn to the CNN. All right. Now, by the way, Creative Technology is a Singapore company. We founded the MP3, but we creative marketing as a technology. It didn't work. Steve Jobs took on the MP3, right, and then market the iPod for lifestyle, and it's very successful. You see, you were stuck in MP3, and that's what creative is now still in trouble right now financially. Okay, so you identify the market-driven niche, and to be a follower, understand the competitors and customers. To be a leader, you need to understand the market. Okay, very important, marketing-driven, right? That's how you identify niche. So your SMEs here, look at where are the niches, okay, where you can take on the big competition. Don't take them on head on because you will never win. They have all the resources, okay, to fight you, right? And these are some of the articles. Now it's already, people are beginning to accept that, okay, on the marketing-driven strategies. Now, another trend I want to share with you. This is new. Okay, listen. This is new. Okay, it's going to happen. What I'm seeing today, the world is moving from a global, moving into a global village today. It's happening already. Globalization. We're all in one family. Okay, with technology and so forth. It's crossed borders. And same thing with marketing. It has moved from the mass marketing to what I call tribal marketing. All right. Now, this is going back to old concept of, I don't know about Vietnam, okay? In Singapore, we have villages. We grew up as villagers. Okay? And in those days, my parents' days, okay, they were very respectful of the village head. If you've got marriage problem, you see the village head. You are sick, you see the village head. So we are going to that era. Okay? And it's already happening, my friends. You know what's the best form of marketing? What's the highest form of marketing? Word of mouth, yes. But what if you are such a great marketer, what's the best thing? The best form of marketing is one where you can convince a guy to die for you. And you are seeing that in terrorism, cults, martyrs. That is the greatest form of marketing. And it's tribal marketing. I mean, it's just amazing, it's very bad, I think, How you can convince a guy to wrap himself with bombs and set himself building and kill himself and others. Okay? So learn from this, marketing, and this is not new. But what I'm going to share with you is what I'm going to share with you is the strategy tool on how to create your own tribe. Right? Now with social media, with Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and so forth, it is possible now with technology to create your own tribes. Okay? Because marketing is changing now. Now this is a trend, this is not a fad. That's why Facebook is so successful. Okay, so capitalize on this. Now I can give you examples. Okay? Apple iPad, it has a stripe. Lifestyle. People are, who favors lifestyle, the new way of doing things, they grow. It becomes like a religion, by the way. That's why they're so popular. Harvey Davidson, that's for people of my generation. We want to be young and we want to go on motorbike and so forth. This itself too is a lifestyle. And CNN, okay, they have a tribe of people who wants to have fun. Okay, business executives. Disney World is fun. Okay, now that's not good enough. Having identified that, you want to be the educator, you want to be the coach, you want to be the leader. Okay, it's not good enough just identify the niche. And today it is possible with the cyberspace. Okay, you want to create a group of loyalists. Okay, and because of internet and so forth, some of the vehicles are readily available for a lot of SMEs for almost free, or most of it is free resources available to you. And on the platform of the social media and so forth, okay, everybody's equal. Okay, so that resource is available. That's why you can reach out. That's why you can see unknown names like Facebook, Google, I mean, who heard of Google 10 years ago? Okay, eBay, all right? Because they have this tribe here. That's how you fight, my friends. That's how you compete against the big boy. You create a tribe, okay, of loyalists, customers, who you can market to, and you be the leader. Don't be a salesman, huh? Because people don't like to see salesmen. Okay? So, I just give you some examples of platforms that you have available, and these are all on the net. Okay? The social media, the forums, affiliate marketing, blogs, webinars, and so forth. And most of these resources are available to you for free. Because the world is becoming a global village, and business is turning tribal. You bet on this trend, just like you bet on the trend of being marketing driven, right? Then next step is implementation. How to implement that? With the cyber, the resources are available. So I'm excited for small businesses today, because all these are available. And just like I commented, why Africa can come up very quickly? Because it's easier, much easier now to go direct to the customers. Not like 10, 20 years ago, very expensive to reach the customers. Okay? With the transparency of the internet, once you identify a right niche, you're able to reach the customers. And in fact, on the internet itself, you can find your customers. Okay? Global, talking about global, your website, the whole world can see you. Okay? And then of course, you drive traffic to the website, you build your list of prospects whom you can nurture and be loyal to you. Okay? So whether you are in hairdressing business, whether you're in restaurant business, whether you are trading businesses, education businesses, have your tribe, okay, created, okay, so that they trust in you. Okay, I don't have time to go into that detail, because there's a lot more to this than what is spoken here. What we have today is the internet is a great equalizer, right? We can reach the customers in Russia, just as the big companies can. Okay, in the past it was almost impossible. Okay, no matter how far you can reach them through the net. Follow? So internet is a great equalizer. Now, I said I will tell you how did David beat Goliath. You know that Goliath was killed. You can see it's all shield, you know, all the weapons and so forth. There's no way that David will take on a sword and beat Goliath. No way. Okay, he's all armored and all, you know, ready for battle. What David did was he had a target. You know what's the most vulnerable part of Goliath? His forehead. It wasn't protected. Okay? And he once identified a target, he was fast. If it's not fast, he'll be killed because Goliath will come near him and will slaughter him. You know? It was fast and flexible. And Goliath was killed by the simple battle stone, right in the forehead. Okay? And this applies for businesses too. Small businesses. Target your niche. Remember I was talking a niche. Right? And then you have advantage because you can execute with flexibility as well as speed. Okay? That's how you fight the big boys. And it has been done, as I showed you earlier. So many companies have done it, you know. Okay? From small businesses when they first started to overtake the big boys. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I want to share with you is this, that now there's a new world order, okay? The small is the new big. In fact, in turbulence times like that, the bigger companies, they're over leveraged, okay? And they even die quicker. Whereas you're small, you're flexible. Okay? Now, of course, I'm assuming that you have all your management things in place and so forth, okay? You know, and cash flow and so on. I mean, those are given, okay? And the products are quality standard. Okay, so on this note, don't give up, okay? All the more so in times like that, all right? There are great opportunities for small businesses. So I'd like to wish all of you a happy, prosperous, and successful Lunar New Year. Thank you.